Yeah,
Yeah, man.
yeah, 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 man. Welcome to our YouTube viewers as well as our
Yeah,
Facebook viewers. We're just trying something out, guys. And
yeah. I
I,
mean,
I think
we haven't done
I,
like
I think I think this works. Yeah.
yeah, we haven't done more of these live.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, so bear with us. So yeah, man. I think I mean everybody knows already. We are more concerned about personal finances.
Yeah, 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 yeah.
We try by all means to make sure already the society out there lives up to
Les. Yeah, yeah.
that. Yes.
Mm-hmm.
So on today's episode, Kore, re tla be re focusitse more on
Yeah, the understanding of or the lessons of political parties funding for personal finance.
and also taking that and comparing it into like how you run your businesses. Understand?
Yeah, yeah, and then how you run your finances.
Yes, yes,
Yeah,
yes.
yeah, yeah.
I think for me, man, I mean, we just came from, the elections. I don't
Hmm.
know, they're still counting. I think or
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
but what stood out for me is especially the smaller parties. For
Hmm.
them to be so strong and sustain itself to a point where, I mean, we look at parties like the MK, for example. I
Yeah,
mean,
yeah,
the MK hasn't been, hasn't been campaigning for more than 6 months, if
yeah,
we
yeah,
should
yeah.
say.
Uh-huh.
And being able to literally just, gain so many voters.
Uh-huh.
Like for me, man, like shout out to MK.
Yeah, but I mean, but what do you then say to they didn't necessarily need a lot of funds because they had a secret weapon. They had a
No, no,
they had
no.
a, they had
I think,
a
I think, I
they
think,
had a wild card.
yeah. I think the one thing for me that stands out, Kohore,
Hmm.
how you are able to utilize that whatever budget. It can be small, it can be big, but at the end of the day, you
Uh-huh.
are able to use it as gore o berekele, understand? I think that's what the MK did, and at the very same time, also, I mean. Having a prominent figure like Jacob Zuma,
Hmm. Hmm.
heading the
Hmm.
whole project, Vodacom and so on. They
Yeah.
always use these big influencers, to
Yeah,
advertise,
yeah, yeah. Hmm.
products. So for me is what I'm trying to say. Maybe like MK, I feel like now it's too big. I shouldn't even be talking about
Yeah, it's the third biggest party
it.
in the country.
Yeah, man.
But I mean, what for me it says is that
Mm.
there's that potential that
Any
sometimes,
small business can actually make it to that point.
yeah, or to say that sometimes it's not necessarily that you need
Yeah.
a lot of funds. Sometimes you need that unique thing that will take you. So they had Jacob Zuma as their unique thing, and that's how
Yeah.
they were then able to, yeah,
and
be
also
there.
and also I think having the right staff, man, like
Hmm.
because at the end of the day, these are the people that make sure hore, the message gets across. These are the people that make sure hore, whatever that you trying to convey reaches the mass.
Yeah,
Understand?
yeah, yeah.
So yeah, I think be very aware of who you recruit, because at
Hmm.
the end of the day, if motu ase they're hungry as a one vision their business how they could never do like a proper job, understand?
Yeah, yeah. But also even the credit must go to
Mm,
your smaller parties. It's just that there's no full
mm.
belief in for us to see what are the full funds that the different political
Mm.
parties had. But what you're getting a sense of is they had to be make do with what I
Mm.
have type of element. And yeah, most of them were
And, and,
able
and,
to do
and,
that.
and remember, national elections are quite big, man. I mean, if you go into start a party and you want to contest that,
Mhm, mhm.
that certainly means, or like, you know what, your budget, first of all. I know already there are parties that went, like some didn't even have a budget. You know, they literally, went around asking for donations and all that. Like, understand? You have parties like your Al Jamaa, which are based on religion. Understand?
The ACDP.
Yeah, man. And
The EFFs believe that
yeah,
they get funds from their members that are in parliament and
Yeah,
those who
yeah.
are serving. So that's a way of saying that they are raising funds, and that's a lesson for personal finance to say you need to find ways to be able to maneuver in terms of what small business do you have and what can you do to be able to
exactly.
fund, and what can you also do to
add business out there. As
Mhm.
long as we are mindful of how to manage our finances, that's the only thing, man. If you are making, a profit of 2 rand at the end of the day, as long as you are managing that properly, like your business will eventually grow.
but I mean also the what the when you're vying for a particular individual, let's say you're running your small business, what you need to be able to do is to speak their language, to understand their what they're crying about out there. And I mean, yes, people might say there's tribal elements to how the MK did, but the MK as a business was able to sell to a specific niche of people.
So in that instance, one needs to understand their clientele.
Yes. So we for books and all those things to an audience that doesn't necessarily have money, or an audience that doesn't care about how they want to manage their funds. So you always need to have that particular understanding and a good balance of
that's true.
different individual. Yeah.
I think, man, like let's be very mindful, and I love that fact that already one needs to understand clientele whenever. Because at the end of the day,
your niche.
At the end of the day, like you would never lose your people because you know how they think, you know what triggers them in every aspect. So it is very important to, and also know where, like, is your product going to sell where you are. Understand?
Correct.
Because sometimes we tend to like
assume that
do some thorough research.
Things will go. Yeah,
man. So I think, guys, I mean, we can go on and on about this, and obviously there are people who probably have more ideas with regard to
how the political parties were able to reach.
Yeah. So let's continue sharing our thoughts about this,
the conversation.
On social media platforms, and man, let's continue from there. Give us your points with regards to how you view these political parties being able to manage their funds, and also how you actually connect that to your business.
And also how you feel that there are certain lessons that for you in the way you are going to be managing your money,
exactly,
you were able to get. So let's continue the conversation even beyond this live. In the comments, we will be there. We will be answering every other question, and have a good Saturday afternoon. In whatever you do. We see that there are a lot of a couple of people that have been able to join over there on Facebook, watching on YouTube as well. Cheers, guys. As always, thank you very much. We will strive to bring you good quality conversations.
So we'll meet on our next episode.
Cheers.
Yeah, man. Oh, there were 3 people.